everybody, this is Sunera from Itsy Bitsy, and I'm here to show you how you can make this really sweet favor box using some supplies from Itsy Bitsy. Here's a look at the favor box when favor box is on my craft table, and if you fill something in them and shake it like so, you'll hear a nice rattling sound, which is where it gets its name. The interesting feature about this is that when you open the ribbon and open the flap, you've got a see-through space to add your goodies. Now to start off, you're going to need a die cut from the Sizzix shaker box die. It's a Bigz die and it's available at Itsy Bitsy. This die is interesting because it cuts the outline and also provides you the fold lines so that you can create your box. So what I'm doing right now is just folding along the fold lines so that the box folds into shape quite easily. The next thing I'm going to do is show you how I decorated the top, and I used these two die cuts from the Spellbinder's Captivating Squares die. And for the flowers, I used 5 die cuts from the Tim Holtz Tattered Flower Garland die. So I'm going to start off by embossing the flowers. And the way I do it is I take a piece of foam and using the back of a platelet knife, platelet kind of a tool, I just press each petal backwards and forwards in a consecutive motion. The foam beneath allows the flowers to get pressed and creased and curled the way I want. So I'm just wrapping up, curling the petals towards the center of the flower, and I'm on my last petal. Once I do that, I just have to emboss the center, to flip it over and emboss the center so that the petals pop upwards. And you got to repeat this for all the petals of the flower. Once the petals are embossed, you got to stack them up, but this is something we're going to deal with later. Now I'm going to work on the die cuts that I used, which I cut from the Captivating Squares die. I'm going to emboss them with Itsy Bitsy embossing folder to decorate the front flap and the inside flap of the box. Here they are all embossed after running it through my Big Shot, and here you can have a closer look at the pretty embossing design. Now that all my decorations are ready, it's time to start putting the box together. The first step is to glue the things that will be easier to glue when the box is not yet assembled, and that is, for one, the Captivating Squares die that I just cut out. I've added some glue stick and stuck it to the inside flap. I'm going to do the same and stick it to the outside flap, ensuring that the two edges are perfectly coinciding so that it looks neat and clean. You can use any type of glue. A wet glue is also great. I tend to use glue stick because it's just quick and easy. I'm using a napkin to wipe away all the excess glue. Next, for that cavity that we cut, I'm going to glue an OHP sheet which has been cut to size. Once again, this is happening on the inside of the box, and all this messy glue will not really be seen because it's all on the inside. It will, from the outside, it's going to look quite flawless, as you can see. Now it's time to start gluing the box together. I'm just putting glue on the flaps on one side so that the box retains its shape even if you open the flap on the other side. It's pretty straightforward stuff. You can decide to leave any part of the flap open. You can leave the side flap open as I have done, or you can leave the top flap open. It really is up to you. However you want your shaker box to unravel is entirely up to you. I've got just one more flap to glue, and that's the top flap. I'm just running my glue gun on it. Once again, you can use any type of adhesive, but I'm quite an impatient crafter, so I like to use glues that glue fast and as far as possible neat. So in this case, for this particular project, the glue gun works perfectly. So here's my flap shaker box. It's all set for the embellishing on the top. And for that, I'm going to add a slip of double-sided tape on the base of the box. Then I'm going to take a long strip of ribbon and glue it to that base. This ribbon is important because it keeps the shaker box closed And it also I mean, I love bows and ribbons on almost all my projects, so I'm happy to add it here. Everyone remarks on my perfect bows. I hope this tutorial gives you an idea of how I do it. I've actually relied on a variety of YouTube tutorials to perfect my bow making skills. And since I love adding bows to all my projects, it's only fitting that I make perfect bows. Now it's time to put the flower together. I'm going to take some the base petal and add some glue to it, and then add another layer of the same size. Then I'm going to add the next smaller size in the center of that, and I'm finishing it off with the next smaller size petal on the top. For the center, I want to add a pearl, but to do that, I'm going to use the Itsy Bitsy silicone glue because it's neater, it's as strong as the glue gun, and it allows me to just add one single dollop rather than a big blob that the glue gun will cause. There it is, my little flower is ready. Um, the next step is just to plump up the petals and fiddle with it. And let me just tell you, you'll never be satisfied. You'll always be plumping. So at some point, you just got to let it be. It does look very pretty by itself. I have made two such flowers. One is little smaller than the first, and the larger one is for the top corner of the box, and the other one is for the bottom corner of the box. I think it looks really sweet. As a final step, I'm going to add a little flame to the edge of my ribbon to make sure that the threads don't unravel. With that, my shaker box is ready. All I got to do is open the ribbon, open the flap, and you'll find a neat little cavity to fill in with your choice of goodies. And here's a look at all the shaker boxes in a set. It was really fun to do. I'm a big fan of white on white projects, and with these flowers and the pearls and the ribbon and the die cuts, it was such a breeze. For details on the products used, please read the description part of this video, and stay tuned to many more tutorials from all of us here at Itsy Bitsy. Bye!